Hi again, Daryl Brugink with the National Strip-Tillage Conference and with Strip-Till Farm. We're at our 4th annual event. We're just outside of Omaha at the La Vista Conference Center, and pleased to have Vulcan equipment here. They've got the Zone Master Strip-Till, Strip Freshener and Spring Strip-Till machine. Great to have you. I'm with Lincoln Schlegel, and Lincoln is a product development manager with Vulcan equipment, and you guys are located out in Illinois. And we want to talk a little bit about spring strip till, because your machine has really been designed for work in the springtime. Your Zone Master, tell me a little bit about it as a spring strip till machine.
Yeah, so it's primarily a spring strip till unit, and it can either be made to do strip freshening or create new spring strips. So initially it was made just to make new spring strips on our own personal farm, and we were kind of just looking for a way to bridge the gap between no-till, which is what we had been doing, and getting into some sort of tillage, since we weren't totally happy with no-till. Eventually we started doing fall strip tillage and using this as a refresher. So we're able to use it for either refreshing those strips and applying fertilizer, thing like that, or also, let's say we didn't get our fall strips in, it's aggressive enough to come in and do new spring strips as well. So.
Yeah. I think what's really neat is this is something that you kind of developed on your own farm and got going, and now look at here, we're getting more of these out in the marketplace. I also think what you just talked about, it's with this machine, it's not an either or kind of proposition. It isn't that this is just for strip freshening, but you can also use it for berm building. And what type of, tell me what it takes to do something like that, what adjustments you've made or what you've built into it that allows you to do that.
So the main thing is that each unit is on parallel linkages, so each unit acts independently of each other, and we use airbag down pressure. So with one turn of a knob, every single unit on the whole system can be adjusted. So let's say you're just freshening strips, the weight of the unit can alone basically freshen those. But let's say you need to really create some new strips and some hard, crusty ground. Well, you just turn up the down pressure, and the rolling basket acts as a gauge wheel. So with the pairing of the down pressure and the adjustment of the depth on the gauge wheel, being the rolling basket, you can really control very consistently, row by row, how deep you're going.
Yeah. What do you like about spring strip till? Or why does a guy really want to focus, maybe want to do spring strip till, rather than maybe a fall effort? But again, with your machine, a guy could do it in the fall, and you can come back and use your machine as a freshener. But why springtime? Do you think is really good?
I think springtime strip till is really about consistency. So you could make perfect strips in the fall, and depending on what happens over winter, they could have disappeared over winter. They could crust over, trash could come back into the strip. A whole array of different problems could happen. So by freshening your strips in the spring, you're able to really make it consistent field by field, soil type by soil type, and really, any kind of problem you may have, it really works towards solving that. And I think that even if you weren't able to get all your fall strips in, this is aggressive enough to kind of build enough of a strip in the spring to maybe replicate what you may have missed out on in the fall, if that's what you're doing. Or for people who are doing no-till and just kind of want to dip their toe into the strip-till realm, this is a great way to kind of do that, because you can run it an hour before your planter if you want to. So it's barely tillage at all.
Right. Good. Well, this is Lincoln Schlegel with Vulcan Equipment. Thanks for being here again at the Strip-Tillage Conference. I'm Daryl Brugink signing off. Thanks for joining us here today.